sling is a very important piece of equipment, and when used properly can be very effective in increasing your overall performance and score on the range. The problem is that many competitors do not use a sling, or they use it incorrectly. Today I'm going to show you how to get the most out of your sling. First, we're going to discuss major components of the sling. You have a long strap, a short strap, and 2 sling keepers. The sling must first be properly assembled in order to work right. The easiest and least confusing way to put a sling together is to lay all its on the table and make sure that the rough side of the straps are facing toward the sky. Taking the long strap, tapered in first, run it through one of the sling keepers until it reaches the brass claws. You will then run the long strap, tapered in first, the metal band that is affixed to the short strap and back through the sling keeper. At this point, the sling should be doubled up onto itself and 2 pieces of leather running through the same keeper. I'll take my second keeper, slide it over the sling, and sit back through for a second time. I'll attach my claws to the desired set of holes, and now I've successfully assembled my sling. Now it's time to attach the sling to the rifle. Before I attach the sling to the rifle, I must first unhook and pull the sling back through the sling keeper. Now I'm going to feed the strap through the sling swivel located on the front of the rifle. Passing the strap back through the sling keeper, and then attaching the brass claws in the desired set of holes depending on the position you're shooting from. I'll take the short strap and run it through the sling swivel located on the buttstock of the rifle, and then attach the sling back onto itself. This is how the sling should look attached to the rifle. The next step is to sling to your arm. Attaching the sling to your arm is simply done by creating slack in the sling and turning the sling a quarter turn clockwise if you're a right-handed shooter, or a quarter turn counterclockwise if you're a lefty. You know that your sling is set to the proper length when you can easily and comfortably in a position, and when you can take your firing hand off the rifle and the rifle remains in your shoulder. To get the most out of your sling, setting it to its proper length and where you place it on your arm is critical. There are some general rules to follow when setting up your sling. You want it tight enough that it's providing maximum support, but not so tight that you have to fight to get into position. This is always best to sort out before going to the range. Sling placement on your arm is also critical. In the sitting position, you want to place the sling toward the inside of the arm. Placing the sling too far to the outside will likely introduce into your position. It's not uncommon to have to adjust the length of the sling for different firing positions. For example, Sergeant Green has lengthened his sling an inch or 2 to go from the sitting to the prone position. While using the sling in the prone position, you should place the sling toward the outside of the arm. Placing the sling too far toward the inside will reduce the sling's effectiveness and likely generate pulse. Try these techniques the next time you're on the rifle range. Proper use of the sling will definitely increase your score and decrease the amount of perceived movement you have when looking through the sights. Until next time, good shooting and stay Army strong.